A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. To talk much and arrive nowhere is the same as climbing a tree to catch a fish. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Do not fear going forward slowly, fear only to stand still. Be not afraid of growing slowly, be afraid only of standing still. A book holds a house of gold. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. Opportunity knocks at the door only once. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. A fall into a ditch makes you wiser. A single conversation with a wise man is better than 10 years of study. A gem is not polished without rubbing, nor a man perfected without trials. A man grows most tired while standing still. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls and others build windmills. The person who removes a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. One joy scatters 100 griefs. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath one's feet. He who returns from a journey is not the same as he who left. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. With true friends, even water drunk together is sweet enough. A bit of fragrance clings to the hand that gives flowers. Not the cry, but the flight of a wild duck leads the flock to fly and follow. He who depends on himself will attain the greatest happiness. If you don't want anyone to know, don't do it. To understand your parents' love, you must raise children yourself. When you drink the water, remember the spring. Teachers open the door, you enter by yourself. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. Dig the well before you are thirsty. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Every step makes a footprint. Do good, reap good. Do evil, reap evil. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. Happiness is the best cosmetic. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. If you don't speculate, you can't accumulate. One cannot refuse to eat just because there is a chance of being choked. A clear conscience never fears midnight knocking. To believe in one's dreams is to spend all of one's life asleep. A diamond with a flaw is worth more than a pebble without imperfections. A weasel comes to say Happy New Year to the chickens 45. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows public opinion. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without one? Deep doubts, deep wisdom. Small doubts, little wisdom. Don't stand by the water and long for fish. Go home and weave a net. Each generation will reap what the former generation has sown. If you bow at all, bow low. If you want 1 year of prosperity, grow grain. If you want 10 years of prosperity, grow trees. If you want 100 years of prosperity, grow people. When you are poor, neighbors close by will not come. Once you become rich, you'll be surprised by visits from alleged relatives afar. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. When the heart is at ease, the body is healthy. A book is like a garden carried in the pocket. A man who cannot tolerate small misfortunes can never accomplish great things. The loftiest towers rise from the ground. Keep a green tree in your heart and perhaps a singing bird will come. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. He who sacrifices his conscience to ambition burns a picture to obtain the ashes. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. One generation plants the trees, another gets the shade. Do not remove a fly from your friend's forehead with a hatchet. Make happy those who are near, and those who are far will come. The palest ink is better than the best memory. If you don't scale the mountain, you can't view the plain. A fall into a ditch makes you wiser. He who hurries can't walk with dignity. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. The tongue always returns to the sore tooth. The man who moved a mountain was the one who began carrying away small stones. A single beam cannot support a great house. A bird does not sing because it has an answer, it sings because it has a song.